بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء نحوا سنقرئك فلا تنسى.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. Inshallah, we are going to have our inshallah we're going to have our lesson 15b, because we were not able to complete lesson 15, so we consider that A, and this will be B. And this is also related to Qadha, making up the fast of the holy month of Ramadan, and the obligation of Fidyah. So we said that Fidyah is not a kafara, it's not a penalty, but it's an exchange of something you cannot do, the greater, so you pay off something lesser to secure the greater. So fast you cannot do, which has great reward. So you give something in ransom, in exchange, in substitute, as an alternate. So this is what we said about Fidyah. Sometimes it can be kafara as well. If you do something wrong, then this Fidyah can also be kafara. So sometimes people, they say Fidyah is kafara, but not every time Fidyah is a penalty. Kafara means penalty. So not every time Fidyah is a penalty. So let's take this ruling number 1049. Ruling number 1049. إذا فاتته أيام من شهر رمضان بمرض. Many people, they don't know about this ruling. This ruling is like if somebody missed days of holy month of Ramadan due to sickness, وَمَاتَ قَبْلَ أَنْ يَبْرَأ, and he died before he was healed, لَمْ تُقْضَ عَنْهُ, there's no qadha for him. Okay, there's no qadha. So if somebody was sick, we said that if a person is sick from one holy month of Ramadan till another holy month of Ramadan, then the qadha is dropped. سَقَطَ قَضَاؤُهُ. So the qadha is not compulsory for this person who is sick entire year, for example, or before he heals, he dies. So there is no qadha to be paid off on his behalf. لَمْ تُقْضَ عَنْهُ. There's no qadha. وَكَذَا إِذَا فَاتَ بِحَيْضٍ أَوْ نِفَاسٍ. Let's say if a woman, she was in her period, or because of the period she was not able to fast, and because of the postnatal bleeding she was not able to fast. So once the holy month of Ramadan ended and this lady dies, okay, so in this case she was not even able to do the qadha. وَإِذَا فَاتَتْ وَكَذَا إِذَا فَاتَ. Similarly, if the fast is missed due to hayd or nifas, due to a monthly period or postnatal bleeding, or nifas, ماتت فيه, she died in the state of hayd, أو بعدما طهرت, or even after she became pure, she died, قبل مضي زمان يمكن القضاء فيه. Like the day of Eid she died, there was not enough time for her to make up the qadha. Let's say, but if she was healthy, everything was okay, but she died after 1 month, okay, that means she had time to do qadha, she did not. So in that case, qadha needs to be done on her behalf. But if she did not have time to do qadha, then there will be no qadha on her, because there was not enough time. Let's say she delivered the child and she was in postnatal bleeding. Once the holy month of Ramadan ended, she died after the holy month. So she did not have time to make up. Next slide. Ruling number 1050. Ruling number 1050. إذا فاته شهر رمضان أو بعضه بمرض واستمر به المرض إلى شهر رمضان الثاني سقط قضاؤه. As I mentioned, that if a person was sick in the holy month of Ramadan and the sickness continued in the holy month until the next holy month of Ramadan, so there is no qada. So we don't pay qada for this person. وسقط قضاؤه. So qada will be dropped. Okay, so the responsibility of qada will be dropped. وتصدق عن كل يوم بمد. So there will be fidyah, and fidyah he calls here with the name of sadaqah. So he'll give charity to the poor, food. He will give food to the poor, 750 grams, which is mud. So he'll give 750 grams for the food for each day missed. Each day missed. But so he did not have time to do the qada. He was sick all the year until the next holy month of Ramadan. إلى شهر رمضان الثاني سقط قضاؤه وتصدق عن كل يوم بمد ولا يجزي القضاء عن التصدق. Let's say they say, no, I don't want to give to the poor. I'll just do my qada after the next holy. He said, no. The wajib has been shifted from fasting to qada. If you want, from fasting to fidyah. If you want to do fasting, it's up to you. But fidyah must be paid. Your responsibility is fidyah. Your responsibility is not qada. If you want to do, that's fine, do qada, but fidyah will not be dropped. وتصدق عن كل يوم بمد ولا يجزي القضاء عن التصدق. And he says that the qada making up cannot be replaced with fidyah. So fidyah needs to be given. The sadaqah needs to be given. وَأَمَّا إِذَا فَاتَهُ بِعُذْرٍ غَيْرِ الْمَرَضِ. And if the fast was missed due to some excuse other than the sickness, okay, وَجَبَ الْقَضَاء. So only sickness here, the wajib is shifted from, because even in the Quran, فَمَنْ كَانَ مِنْكُمْ مَرِيضًا أَوْ عَلَى سَفَرٍ, if somebody was sick or traveling. So the sickness has been given a big focus even in the Quran and even in the hadith of Ahlul Bayt alayhi salatu wasalam, that fidyah is must, fidyah is compulsory. When somebody is sick and he's not able to fast, the entire month he did not, and the entire year he was not able to do qada until next holy month of Ramadan came, then he has to do the fidyah and not the qada. But however, if he had other excuse than the excuse of let's say he was traveling, okay, وتصدق عن كل. وأما إذا فاته بعذر غير المرض. If it was other than the excuse of the sickness. So وأما إذا فاته بعذر غير المرض. Let's say other than sickness, what can it be? Travel, for example, or let's say, because we can't say he was unconscious, because unconscious, if there was niyat before, then yes, he has to do the qada. Okay, we mentioned. But if he had not made the intention and he was unconscious, or he had not made the intention of fasting and he was like, he became insane, so in this case we will say obviously that you will have to do qada. There's no fidyah replacement. So fidyah, the bottom line is fidyah is only for the case of the sickness, okay? But other than that, it's all you have to do qada. If you delay the qada, then you pay fidyah and the qada, okay? If you're not able to fast this year between holy month of Ramadan and holy month of Ramadan, you delayed, then there'll be fidyah plus qada. For the other than this excuse, travel, any other, no, you have to do qada. If you delay the qada, then there'll be fidyah and qada. وَأَمَّا إِذَا فَاتَهُ بِعُذْرٍ غَيْرِ الْمَرَضِ. And if the missed fast was due to other than the sickness, وَجَبَ الْقَضَاء, then it will be obligatory to do the makeup. Wajib al-qada. وَتَجِبُ الْفِدْيَةِ أَيْضًا. And fidya will be wajib too. Why? Because there's a delay from holy month of Ramadan till another holy month of Ramadan. He did not fast in this range. He's going to fast after the next holy month of Ramadan. Then we will say, okay, that on basis of obligatory precaution, you have to do fidya as well. وكذا إذا كان سبب الفوت المرض وكان العذر التأخير في السفر. Similar ruling. He was sick in the holy month of Ramadan. He did not fast. But why didn't he do qadha? His sickness was finished, but he was traveling. He was traveling. He had other excuse than the sickness, so he delayed. So we will say, yes, because the inability to fast was not the sickness, it was some other excuse like traveling, then you are going to give the fidya and the qadha if the next Ramadan comes. If the next Ramadan comes, we are talking about the next Ramadan. If you fast before the next Ramadan, holy month of Ramadan, there's no fidya. We are talking about fidya when, if from one holy month of Ramadan till another holy month of Ramadan, you did not fast this previous holy month of Ramadan, then you have to pay the fidya. Except for the sickness, there is no qadha, only fidya. So fidya in all the cases is there. We are talking about the qadha. The sick person will not do the qadha if the next holy month of Ramadan comes and he was sick. But other than sickness, if there was a delay, then he will have to do qadha and the fidya. Okay? So, إِذَا كَانَ سَبَبُ الْفَوْتِ الْمَرَضِ. So he missed the fast because of the sickness. He delayed because of the travel. So we will say, do the qadha and fidya. Vice versa, opposite. Excuse me. Opposite. He was traveling in the holy month of Ramadan. When he came back from his trip, he became sick until the next holy month. So we will tell him qadha and fidya. But he was not able to fast because of the sickness the entire year. Yes, but he missed the fast not because of the sickness. He missed the fast because of the traveling. You see where the difference is? So if a person is sick in the holy month of Ramadan until the next holy month of Ramadan, qadha is dropped, only fidya. So after that, you just pay the fidya. And even if you are able to do qadha, it's not wajib. The wajib has been shifted only because there is a narration which is specifically for the sickness. But all the other excuses or sickness but not continued sickness. Holy month of Ramadan sick, then traveling, was not able to fast, qadha and fidya. Holy month of Ramadan traveling, and after that he was sick, so he was not able to, qadha and fidya. So that is the key difference. Only from holy month of Ramadan till next holy month of entire time sick, was not able to, then there's no qadha and there's fidya. Okay. Ruling number 1051. إذا فاته شهر رمضان أو بعضه لعذر, due to an excuse. So he missed holy month of Ramadan or some of the holy month of Ramadan due to an excuse. وأخر القضاء, and he delayed the qadha. So this is not sickness, okay? This is any other excuse. لعذر وأخر القضاء, until the holy month of Ramadan, next holy month of Ramadan comes. So he delayed the qadha. إلى شهر رمضان الثاني مع تمكنه منه. He was able to do qadha from holy month of Ramadan and holy month in that time frame. He was able to do qadha. Okay, so he missed the fast due to an excuse. And here this mas'ala differs from the previous mas'ala, that here in this ruling he was able to. In that ruling, no, from Ramadan till Ramadan, the holy months, he was not able to make up. Here he was able to make up. So what will his ruling be? So he was able to make up his fast. He has this ability. And but he delayed it. He made his plan to delay the holy month, maybe out of any excuse. We mentioned the excuse there, but just out of negligence, out of laziness, out of there's no excuse here. Previous mas'ala, there's excuse. So until the next holy month of Ramadan, مَعَ تَمَكُّنِ مِنْهُ, he was able to, but he made it instead, no, later on I'll fast, later on I'll fast, later on, okay? So the fast was missed due to excuse in the holy month of Ramadan. But the qadha he did not have an excuse to miss the qadha. So it was just like sloppiness, negligence, not in the mood, something like not a valid excuse. So later on I'll fast, later on I'll fast. Like some of our ladies, they will, after the holy month of Ramadan, the fast they miss in the holy month of Ramadan, they will not immediately fast it. No, they'll wait until Sha'ban comes, and then they want to mix it with the thawab of Sha'ban and the qadha to get the thawab. So, but there's no guarantee for the life, number one. Number two, just get it off your shoulder. It's a qadha, it's something you're required. Okay, so and then there were some cases, there were some ladies, they did not, and once the last days of the Sha'ban came, and we need to fast our last day's qadha, we've been delaying, and they became sick. So now they are not able to fast. So that's why just get rid of the table. So this person, what should he do? He will pay the qadha and fidyah. So he was just delaying. I'll fast later on. عازما على التأخير, determined to delay, made an intention to delay. Let's see, he wanted to delay. Okay. أو متسامحا, no, careless. ومتهاونا, negligence. وجب القضاء والفدية معا, both are wajib. قضاء and the fidya, both are wajib. وهكذا, similar rule will apply in the case of إذا كان عازما على القضاء, he was planning to do qadha before the holy month of Ramadan comes. Okay, فاتفق طرع العذر. So this ladies do many times they call, they say we're planning to do in Sha'ban, but then we travel, we became sick. So what should we do? Same thing, qadha after the next holy month of Ramadan and fidyah. So maji' Ramadan, فاتفق طرع العذر. Some excuse came up, but we were sick. No, why did you delay? You had enough time to fast the whole year. Okay, so you will pay the fidyah. Here, Sayyid Sistani considers this fidyah as kafara, it's penalty. Why? Because you purposely delayed without an excuse. Why did you delay? So now you have to pay the fidyah. And this fidyah, he words in coming slides, you will see as kafara. We said fidyah is not kafara, but sometimes it can be kafara. وَلَا فَرْقَ فِي ذَلِكَ بَيْنَ الْمَرَضِ. So some excuse popped up on his face, okay? But there's no difference in this excuse, whether this excuse to delay or excuse to prevent, not delay, sorry, to prevent the qadha in the narrow time. لا فرق في ذلك بين المرض وغيره من الأعذار. Whether you became sick, whether you traveled, whether whatever happened, you were not able to fast in this last week of Sha'ban, which you had planned, inshallah, utumaru kaja mahe Ramzan pela karish Sha'ban ma. I'm going to do the qadha in Sha'ban. So you delayed it purposely, but then you became sick or you were traveling. So in that case, you are going to pay the both qadha and the fidyah after the next holy month. وَإِذَا فَاتَهُ رَمَضَانَ أَوْ بَعْضَهُ لَا لِعُذْرٍ. Now, the holy month of Ramadan was missed without an excuse. Okay? أَوْ بَعْضَهُ, or part of it. لَا لِعُذْرٍ, there was no excuse. وَلَمْ يَقْضِهِ إِلَى رَمَضَانِ الثَّانِي. And he did not fast until the next holy month of Ramadan. وَجَبَ عَلَيْهِ الْقَضَاء وَكَذَا الْفِدْيَةِ. Then it will be obligatory upon him on the basis of obligatory precaution that to do the qadha, and the fidyah also on the basis of obligatory precaution. So the whole holy month of Ramadan was missed, some of it or entirely, and he did not do the qadha. So he is going to do the qadha after that. Okay, after the holy month, next holy month. So when he's going to do after the next holy month, we'll say on the basis of obligatory precaution, you are going to pay the fidyah. Now he did not fast in the holy month of Ramadan because he did not have this mood, but then he was not even having an invalidator. Okay, so he did not have just intention. So we said that if somebody does not make an intention and fasts, then he will do only qadha. We mentioned previously. Okay, the fasting is corely intentional based ibadat, worship. So if he did not make an intention or hesitated in his intention or flipped and flopped in his intention, we will say there is no kafara, but you have to do qadha. So this person did not fast, that means did not make intention, but did not have any invalidators. He was just not in a mood to eat and drink the whole day. So in that case, he will just do qadha. And if he delays, qadha and fidyah. However, the next bullet says, وَإِنْ كَانَ فَوْتُهُ بِالْإِفْطَارِ فِي مُتَعَمِّدًا. If he had an invalidator intentionally in that month, he was not planning to fast, but he was not eating and drinking and having those invalidators. So we will say just do the qadha. But if he had had an invalidator in it, then intentionally, then kafara of iftar is also obligatory. So the penalty of iftar, then the penalty for breaking the fast will be obligatory as well upon him. Ruling number 1052. So these rulings are all about sickness, and it's very important for our mu'mineen to learn these rulings, because many people, they become sick, especially in our region, Scandinavian region. So people, once they hear about the fast, long fast, they become sick. They have not even fasted like 24 hours. They, oh, asuche, what's this long fast, and a heart attack phenomena and those kind of things happen. Though if you depend on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah makes this fast easier. So it should not be a case of panic. Many people, they fast, and many people, they have come from Middle East and they in Africa, they adapted themselves and they fast this long fast, and alhamdulillah, Allah helps. So maybe that worker who's fasting 14 hours in Dubai or 12 hours or Doha or these hot places, and he's working in this hot scorching sun, that labor, that Pathan and Bangladesh and Indian, those have more difficulty in fasting than people who are in Scandinavian country where the weather is, mashallah, nice, and they don't have this much labor work to do the way it is done in many. So we should be pity for those rather than being pity for the people who are fasting 22 hours. They're not burning that much calories to begin with. Anyhow, if the fast, if the sickness continued for 3 continuous years, 1 year he fasted, sickness. 2nd year he fasted, the whole 3 years he has been sick. Like many times people, they come with these cases. Some of them, they have serious chronic illness. They stay like for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 years, some of them, and then they become cured. Then they become healed. Ruling number 1052. إذا استمر المرض 3 رمضانات. If the sickness continues for 3 holy months of Ramadan. So that means we said there's no qadha, fidyah. Every year there will be fidyah. وجبت الفدية مرة. Fidyah will be wajib once only. Okay? Once only for the 1st year. And once only for the 2nd year delay. Like 2nd holy month of Ramadan. Because 3 holy months of Ramadan is not able to. So once only for the first holy month of Ramadan, once only for the second holy month of Ramadan, once only for the third, and so on until fourth Ramadanat. فَتَجِبُ مَرَّةً ثَالِثَةً لِلثَّالِثَةِ. So third, once only, it will be obligated for the third year. وهكذا, and similarly, لا تتكرر الكفارة للشهر الواحد. Kafara does not repeat for 1 month. It's one-time obligation. So if the sickness continued for 3 holy months of Ramadan, then there will be only one fidyah obligatory per year. So there will be one fidyah obligatory per year. Okay, let's start again. 1052. Ruling 1052. If the sickness continued for 3 holy months of Ramadan, then there will be only one fidyah obligatory per year. Therefore, there will be only one for the first Ramadan and only one fidyah for the second Ramadan fasts. Okay, that's more clearer. Okay. So ruling number 1052. If the sickness continued for 3 holy months of Ramadan, then there will be only one fidyah obligatory per year. Therefore, there will be only one for the first Ramadan and only one fidyah for the fasts missed in the second holy month of Ramadan, and so on, if it continues for 4 holy months of Ramadan. Therefore, the fidyah will not be repeated every year for 1 year missed. It is a one-time obligation for 1 year's holy month, does not repeat for the same year every year. Ruling number 1053. It is permissible to give fidyah for several days of a month or for several months to one poor person. This also, many people, they ask this question. So can we give like fidyah of several months to one poor, or fidyah of several days to one poor? Yes, you can give them. That is the kafara. Kafara, which is feeding 60 poor, it has to be 60 poor. Okay, 60 poor. But fidyah, no, you can jumble up. You can combine all the fidyah and give it to one needy poor. Okay, you can buy for 30 days rice or wheat and give it to one needy poor. That is fine. That goes okay. But kafara, no, you have to feed 60 poor. So what about if the whole month was missed intentionally? Then there will be kafara, like 60 days multiplied by 30. So are we going to feed 1,800 poor? No. You are going to give, like, for example, 30 kafaras to, you can give 30 kafara to one poor, but there has to be 60 poor. Okay, you can't give 60 poor's kafara to one. That is the difference between kafara and fidyah. Okay, let's move on. Ruling number 1054. لا تجب فدية الزوجة. Okay, husband is responsible in Islam for supporting the wife. Okay, but not her criminal activities. Only for her necessities and needs. So he said fidyah of wife is not obligatory on the husband. We said kafan because he's responsible of the clothing. He's responsible of the necessities of life. So water of the ghusl, kafan, water of janaba, all these are obligations on husband. but not fidyah. Not you delayed, you are the one you pay. لا تجب فدية الزوجة. But if husband pays, that's fine. You see, نور على نور, but it is not wajib. لا تجب فدية الزوجة. The fidyah of the wife is not obligatory on the husband. ولا فدية العيال على المعين. Neither the fidyah of the dependents on the caretaker. So if your son, those people who are in your house, if they do their criminal activities, you are not responsible for them. You take care of them. But they have to pay their kafaras, they have to pay their fidyah. You can't pay their patching up of their delays and things which they have done by themselves. وَلَا فِدْيَةُ وَاجِبِ النَّفَقَ عَلَى الْمُنْفِقِ. Neither the fidyah of the person who's obligatory to spend on those people, on his dependents. Okay, so let's say husband is it's obligatory for husband to pay for his wife. It's obligatory for the father to pay for his son if needed. It's obligatory for the son to pay for his parents if needed, if they're needy. So these are those people whom you are obligatory to pay, to provide their provision, pay for their bread and butter and milk and honey whatsoever. So, but if they do their criminal activities, you don't. But anyhow, there are many people, they pay the fidyah of their mother, their parents, if they cannot fast. Okay, they pay their fidyah because they don't have their own money. And if the parents they miss their fast because of their sickness or because of their elderly age, we said elderly age also they pay fidyah. So it is their circumstances. So it is nice that the son helps them out. And no, mama, your fidyah is not wajib. But it's not because of her criminal activity. She has an excuse. She's not in a mood to miss the fast or the qadha of the fast. Ruling number 1055. لا تجزي القيمة في الفدية. We said you don't give money. You have to give food to the poor. You can't give them money. لا تجزي. It is not sufficient to give the monetary value or the money or the money in substitute of fidyah. Fidyah is food, needs to be given food. Yes, there are organizations who take care of the orphans. You can give them money. They have to give them food. So you have to make sure to tell them this is fidyah. You're poor, the orphan beside you, he needs to get food because I'm dumping this responsibility on your shoulder. But la budda min dafi' al-ain, the physical food is to be given. Okay, it is necessary to give the physical food. وَهُوَ الطَّعَامُ, the physical object. Ain is physical object. You have to give the physical object. Okay, and or the food itself physically to the poor. وَهُوَ الطَّعَامُ وَكَذَا الْحُكْمُ فِي الْكَفَّارَاتِ. Similar rule is applied in the penalties. Kaffara. Ruling number 1056. What about nowadays? Nowadays, this ruling is applicable nowadays. Okay, so what about the fast, mustahab fast? If you break your mustahab fast, if you break your qadha fast, what is those we were talking about, the delay of the qadha, delay of breaking the kafara. Now we come to the mustahab and the nadhar and all the other types of fast, which nowadays it's more practical to do. Ruling number 1056. يجوز الإفطار في الصوم المندوب. It is permissible to break your fast in the break your recommended fast until the Maghrib. You have the time until the Maghrib. Okay, 5 minutes left for Maghrib. You're thirsty, hungry. You cannot tolerate these 5 minutes. Shaitan, he wants to mess up. You fasted the whole day. Come on, stretch it a little. I will die, I cannot. Okay, break it. Okay, so that's the kind of thing that unless if somebody is going to become sick and he's going to get heart attack or something like that, it's okay. But just because I'm thirsty, just hold on a little bit of your thirst. If you're not going to die, you're not going to become sick, just hold on. Okay, it's most of the time this thirst thing is like psychological issue, and hunger and thirst. We are human beings. We can adapt ourselves to the way we want to eat, the timing we want to eat. We have a biological clock inside us. So the biological clock adapts itself to the food. So then whenever you're hungry, the time of daily when you eat food, your biological clock says, I'm hungry, feed me. Because that's the whole adaptation. So for example, there are people like our Indo-Pakistani communities and the Khojas and all those, they love this chai so much, like Brits, you see. So when the tea time comes, they have to have the tea. Otherwise, they will get headache. Okay, so that's the kind of adaptation. So if they wean off from this chai problem, they can live without chai. People, they survive without chai, but or cigarette or these kind of things which they cause addiction. So therefore, it's our biology. We can control our biology. We can adapt our biology. So anyhow, let's come back to this ruling. It is permissible to break the fast, recommended fast, any time in the day. Okay? You got invitation from a mu'min brother, just go and break the fast. You got somebody invited you on a tea or whatever before the iftar, and it would really make him happy. And one of the brothers, he came to me, he said, Sheikh, like I was confused. There was this brother, he was offering me juice, and he had done this trouble to bring juice for me. And it was only 5 minutes left for iftar. Okay, and I was fasting, recommended fasting. So what should I do? And you told us that mu'min offers you and it will make him pleased. Then just don't tell him you're fasting. Just drink that juice. Enjoy it and enjoy the thawab of fasting, because Allah will consider that whole fast. So, but he said, no, Sheikh, I mean, I did not eat and drink anything the whole day. Now in this 5 minutes, I will just drink juice and all my efforts will go away. I said, that's the problem. That's how you think. Think the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala likes you to think. Think to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't think you are going to drink and eat and drink and tolerate it. No. Think about what will please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you will get all your reward of the fasting. So that those last moments of those things, it is recommended to sometimes it's difficult to break the fast. I know last year there was some Mormon brothers, they're fasting, and there was some chips and these and cakes were distributed, and only 10-15 minutes were left for iftar. So they were offering them. So that guy is looking at my face. I said, just take it. I know you're fasting, just take it. Please, that person is offering from his heart. Okay? So yes, if it was a fake offer, you don't have to break your fast on a fake offer, but you need to have evidence that it's a fake offer, because we have to give benefit of doubt. When a mu'min offers you, he offers you a good, nice offer. So he says, يَجُوزُ الْإِفْطَارِ فِي الصَّوْمِ الْمَنْدُوبِ إِلَى الْغُرُوبِ. There's no kafara, nothing, because you chose to fast by yourself. It's a recommended fast, and you chose to break your fast. وَلَا يَجُوزُ فِي قَضَاءِ صَوْمِ شَهْرِ رَمَضَانِ بَعْدَ الزَّوَالِ. And as for the holy month of Ramadan's qada, you cannot break your fast after the dhuhr if it was your own qada. But if it was qada for your father, qada for your mother, qada for someone else, qada someone paid you. So if it was qada for someone else, you can break that. But if it was qada for yourself, after the dhuhr, you cannot break. So you have the time limit until dhuhr namaz time, salatul dhuhr time. So you decided in the morning, I'll do qada fast today. Then before adhan al-dhuhr, you felt really seriously hungry. Said, no, I will not be able to continue this. Let me just break it. That's fine. You're done. No kafara. But after dhuhr, you do it, you have a kafara. You have to feed 10 poor. 10 poor. There's a kafara of breaking the fast of qada of the holy month of Ramadan. ولا يجوز في قضاء صوم شهر رمضان بعد الزوال إذا كان القضاء لنفسه. And it is not permissible to break the qada of the holy month of Ramadan if the breaking was done after the time of noon, after the noon time. Okay? And if the fast was for himself, if the qada was for himself. بل تقدم أن عليه الكفارة. And it has been mentioned previously, then there will be penalty upon him. And the penalty is, we said that, feeding 10 poor. If you can't, then fast 3 days. So feeding 10 poor. وَأَمَّا قَبْلَ الزَّوَالِ, and as for the breaking the fast before dhuhr, فَيَجُوزُ إِذَا كَانَ مُوَسَّعًا. It is permissible if it was flexible in time. What do we mean by flexible in time? Remember, qadha, you can fast from this holy month till next holy month, any time you can fast. So anytime you can break your fast before dhuhr, if it was flexible. However, if the time became short, like there was only 5 days left to holy month of Ramadan, we are in the end of Sha'ban, and you have only 5 days qadha, so now you cannot break your fast. You have to. If you break, then you will delay, then there will be fidyah upon you. Remember, delaying the qadha from holy month to another holy month, then you will pay the fidyah of the delay of the qadha. So, but beside the fidyah, it is obligatory upon a person to finish the fast of the past year before the coming year. If you don't do that, it's not like, okay, I'll just pay the fidyah. No, look at the haram. It is not permissible. He says, فَيَجُوزِ إِذَا كَانَ مُوَسَّعًا. Okay, it is permissible if there was a flexible time. How about if there was no flexible time? Some maraja, they say, no, you should not. Sayyid Sistani has flexibility in this rule. So he says, okay, وَأَمَّا الْوَاجِبْ الْمُوَسَّعِ فَيَجُوزُ إِذَا كَانَ مُوَسَّعًا. If there is a flexibility, it is permissible. If not, then obviously it is not permissible. If the time is short, then you will have to pay the fidyah. أَمَّا الْوَاجِبْ الْمُوَسَّعِ. As for the flexible wajib, غَيْرِ قَضَاء شَهْرِ Ramadan, other than the qadha of the holy month. We said qadha of the holy month, the whole year is flexible, so you can break before dhuhr whenever you want. After dhuhr, no. Even in the time of flexibility, after dhuhr, you cannot. But before dhuhr, you can break anytime, unless the last 5 days or 4 days which you are missing, and there are only 4 or 5 days left for the holy month. That is wajib for you to fast. Okay? If you don't, you are going to commit a sin. So that is not permissible for you to delay, unless if you had an excuse, travel, sickness, that's something else. But intentionally, deliberately, no. وَأَمَّا الْوَاجِبِ الْمُوَسَّعِ. And as for the flexible obligation, other than the holy month of Ramadan. So this is another fast. So first fast was recommended fast. Second fast was holy month of Ramadan after the dhuhr. Third bullet was holy month of Ramadan before the dhuhr. Now this bullet is other than the holy qadha of the holy month of Ramadan. Okay, qadha of the holy month of Ramadan. So we are talking about the first bullet, recommended. Second bullet, qadha after dhuhr, no. Third bullet, qadha before dhuhr, yes, unless if the time is short. Fourth bullet, any other obligatory, flexible obligatory fast other than the qadha, then you can break it anytime you want in the daytime. فيه وإن كان الأحوط استحبابا ترك الإفطار فيه بعد الزوال. Even though it is recommended precaution to break the fast after the dhuhr in the flexible. So وإن كان الأحوط استحبابا ترك الإفطار فيه بعد الزوال. Even that flexible, like nether. You made a nether, you are going to fast one day. Now you can fast this month, that month, next year, this year. It's a very flexible nether. Unless if you had specified with time, then you have narrowed the flexibility. Then you have to follow the intention you made and how much narrow you made. Like you said, I'll fast one day in Sha'ban. So that means you have entire month. But the last days, 2 days, it becomes wajib on you to finish this. Because you said one day in Sha'ban. So now your one day in Sha'ban is finishing. Okay. So now we said that. Remember the highlighted ruling here? It is very important to link this ruling with that last ruling. Next slide. So what did we say? A person who's making up qadha for himself. After the dhuhr, he cannot break the fast. He will have kafara. Here he says, what if I was fasting on behalf of my father, marhum father, or some other marhumin. Okay, I was fasting on behalf of someone else. He said that there's no kafara. Okay, there's no kafara and there's no prohibition. You can break your fast anytime you want. It is only your own fast, qadha, make up. You cannot break it after dhuhr. So he says, لا يلحق القاضي عن غيره بالقاضي عن نفسه. Someone who's offering the rule of prohibition and the rule of penalty في الحرمة والكفارة وإن كان أحوط استحباب من الإلحاق. So he says the rule of prohibition and the rule of penalty, which is for which is for the person who's making up the fast on behalf of himself, does not apply upon the one who is making the fast on behalf of someone else, even though it is recommended precaution to apply. Therefore, qadha on behalf of someone else can be broken after the noon time. This was all what we had in the rules of holy month of Ramadan. There are 2 lessons left. I'll record it privately because it has a lot of rated issues and rated. So if you like janaba, like wet dreams, like hayd, if you are interested, you have to email our Hausa Institute, so they will allow you to access. And for you don't have to be about 18 years old. You have to be in a way that you want to learn those rulings. And if you are even 10 years old or 13 years old, you can, because this is available on the website of Ayatollah Sistani. But due to some cultural reasons, we have to conceal it because there are people, they have some different way of thinking. So we respect those way of thinking, but we cannot deprive people from learning, because these ahkam are available on the website of Ayatollah al-Uzma, Sayyid Ali Sistani Damadullah. So you can also go there and watch. So I have only 2 sessions left, inshallah, and those sessions will be recorded privately. And for those who will need access to that, they can email the Hausa. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. صلي على محمد وآل محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد اللهم